Step 1, wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Tom, it's just a tough subject. A recent study by Brown University showed that nearly 450 children are killed each year by their parents.
My daughters were picked up on a Friday by their father to spend the weekend, and that night he pumped carbon monoxide into their bedroom and slit their throats.
Justice have begun for 2 children killed by their mother in Hopkins County.
9-year-old Hayden King was laid to rest today. Hayden's 4-year-old sister Harper will have a celebration of life service tomorrow morning.
Here's a story that's breaking at 6 o'clock. It's all centered around the 3 people you see on your screen. The key pieces in a Middletown murder case.
On the left is James Hutchinson. Police say the 6-year-old was killed allegedly by his own mother.
East Los Angeles mother was charged today with killing her 3 young children. The youngest was less than 2 months old.
At 6 with breaking news.
Good evening to you, friends. Greg Merriweather along with Elizabeth Vow. Our top story today, that precious little 2-year-old right now. 2 people are facing charges accused of murdering little Nevaeh Allen. Investigators found the 2-year-old dead in Mississippi after several days of searching.
One of those blamed in her death, the girl's mother, Lanaya Cardwell.
From the East Coast to the West Coast, we are everywhere true crime is. We are asking for the public's help. We are searching in the woods. We are doing what it takes here on the Bullhorn Betty channels to find answers to the most alarming cases we have been watching on the news. I can tell you personally that I have traveled this entire country seeking these answers and bringing that content right here to you here on the Bullhorn Betty channels and Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories. We are happy with the work that we've done. We brought many answers to the public, and we have defied mainstream media in our pursuit of the truth in these cases. We will continue to work. We will continue to fight for these victims, and we will continue to tell their stories here on my channels. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty brand of channels and the Coffee Club. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And more importantly, thank you for allowing me to bring these victims' stories to each and every one of you, advocating for each of these victims. God bless you. God bless America. And more importantly, God bless our victims.
Well, good morning, my beautiful people of YouTube. I am on the MacBook Pro, so we're having some technical issues, as always, on the MacBook Pro. I should have probably been in the office, but I'm not. We're covering. Ow. Apparently, Delilah likes the music coming in because she was sleeping. And then when I started the live, she decided to get a little animated. Now she's chewing on Bullhorn Betty. So let's say hi to our beautiful mascot. Say hi, everybody. It's nice to see you. I'm still with my mommy. She loved me so much. She's my pride and joy. What can I say? She's my pride and joy. Very animated this morning. Very animated. So many of you guys know everything that's been going on. I just was on TikTok, so that video will be dropping later today. I'm trying to get a lot of my lives out this morning because I've got deadlines. Excuse me, deadlines. Would you get situated? Deadlines that are due. Oh, good gracious. Deadlines that are due for some court legal paperwork, and I'm trying to get it done. I've got a court hearing, obviously, on September 23rd, as well as October 10th, and then October 23rd. Bullhorn Betty's just got a lot of court crap going on right now. So I'm trying to manage the channel as well as manage the litigation of two cases. So we're getting through it. Good morning, everyone. Let me go see who. We already got 93. Woo! 93 chats already. Let's get all the way up to the top and say hi. Miss Holly, the first to say good morning. Mr. Seth is up in the house. Number 3, he says, thank you for thumbing up. We don't typically run the show like this. Well, since this case, because it's been just moving and I've had a lot of work and stuff like that. So I really haven't had time to really prepare a live with, I guess, examples or articles and stuff like that. But in light of the situation that we have at hand, I thought it would be better. We're going back to the beginning. We're going back to the start of this case. Pam, it's nice to see you. Georgia, River, it's nice to see you, my love. Dawn, Pate, it's nice to see you. Diana, Phil, thank you for that. The email. Good morning. By the way, Phil is one of the people that provided me the photos of what they're doing. Phil, for many of you guys don't know, hopefully she doesn't kill me for saying this, but she lives in Ireland. So we have a green light display for Sebastian Rogers all the way in Ireland. I just the worldwide attention to this case is really amazing and just heartfelt. It's very endearing. So thank you for that, Denise. Don, don't forget, if you guys light it up green, please don't forget to send me those photos. I'd like to share them. I'm not prepared to share the ones Phil sent me today, but I would like to get a collection of those for those that are doing green lights. If you can, do me a solid and try not to have any, I know they're houses, but houses can look similar. Just don't have any identifying marks if possible, or redact those identifying marks of your house location or anything like that off the emails, because I don't edit the video or the photos. It's hard for me to, especially on a MacBook Pro. My Windows computer is in the office. I'm not in the office. Donna, it's nice to see you. D Mystery Obsessed. Good morning. Good morning. Princess is up in the house. 5D is up in the house. Good morning. Libby. Mag 50, it's nice to see you. Dylan, it's nice to see you as well. Peggy, Decor, and more. Ginger Girl, it's nice to see you. Good morning. And YouTuber, let's see who else we've got in here. Shannon, it's nice to see you. Everybody else that I missed, good morning to all of you. It's nice to see you this morning. We are still on the case of covering the case of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Despite a heavy level of pressure for me to step out of this case, I am not doing it. What's been done to me should never be done to anybody else. I'm not going to go on to too much about it. And what is being done to other people that are here for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers and being silenced should not happen. And shame on the people that are responsible for these attacks on these creators that criticize this investigation, criticize the people that should have answers but don't, and other things related to this case. I just want to establish here on every single channel, this is America. We don't live in a third world country. We have freedoms of expression, freedom of speech, and freedom of press. Those shall not be infringed upon by our government. Period. Period. The drama in this case is immense. The misinformation in this case is overwhelming. So let's get back to brass tacks. Let's get back to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Let's get back to the beginning of this case. And what did we miss? Hi, baby. Hi. She's very animated this morning. So you guys, I got a jelly bean, okay? Maybe I should call her a popcorn because she's bouncing all over the place. Hopefully I'm not, it looks like I'm getting a little stretched out here, and I think it's because I've got all these things opened and it's not handling it well, and I just wish these advertisements would go away, but they won't. So let me go ahead and pull this one up. Hopefully this helps. There we go. So what did I do? This is what I did. I went back to the beginning. I did searches from when this child went missing. This is from February 26th. This is the day. This is what was presented to all of us on the day. Now, granted, this case was not making its waves. It did not get spotlighted. I mean, it got spotlighted locally, but not on a more national platform like YouTube offers. And so nobody really heard of this case until the main interview with WKMV or whatever the Channel 2 news is. That's when we all started hearing about it, but we were all focused on Riley Strain. And so we didn't get to this case until almost March 16th. That's when our focus changed to the Sebastian Rogers case. So in true fashion of going back, let's go back to February 26th. And it says, Sumner County Sheriff needs your help to find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, who is missing from beach area in Hendersonville. Does anybody find it odd that he's missing from a beach area in Hendersonville and Summer Wells is missing from Beach Creek? yeah, I think it's Beach Creek and whatever the other road is, but it's all got beach in it. It's weird. It's just weird. I don't know why I just brought that up, but it just obviously is wearing on my brain this morning. The 15-year-old is 5'5", 120 pounds with dirty blonde hair, last seen wearing a black sweatshirt, which we know that that's not true. It's just a regular long sleeve shirt, black sweatpants, which was the Adidas kind with the white stripe, and unknown shoes. That is what was presented at the very beginning. Unknown shoes. We have learned all shoes were accounted for. Sebastian was last seen on February 25th and may be in the area of Beach and Shackle Island area along Hallow Pike. They're asking you to call Sumner County 615-451-3838 with information on his whereabouts. So that's what was first brought out. That's what was first brought out. And we keep going. Let's see if we can find some additional information here. TBI issues an error alert. Now, this came out on February 26th. It was updated on February 28th. And we obviously have a video here. It's most likely going to have a commercial, so bear with me while we play it. It's going to work. I've been having some technical issues. Please. Yeah, we're having some technical issues. Just bear with it. I don't think these people realize they litter their stations with commercials. It just causes problems. So just bear with it. It'll come up next. Hopefully we don't have these technical issues. And I can't see the chat, just FYI. No sound? Sorry. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. Let me see. I'm probably going to have to put it on a different... this happens to me. I don't know why it keeps happening. Sorry. I wasn't even on the channel. Okay, give me a second. Let me go here. See if we can get to work on this one. It might work, it might not. I'll have to come back. Wait for me because I got to come back over. I can't. I'm not. Oh, please don't tell me this. My computer. I did just drop that. Fudge nuggets. Hold on a second. Where's my damn history? There it is. Okay. Hopefully we'll have it on this one. I'm not sure. We'll try it again. If I have no sound, I have no sound. Again, my computer is acting all funky. So just bear with me. I haven't really used this computer to run a live in quite a while, and I don't know why it's not working properly, but it's not. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear? No? This is so frustrating. Okay, let me just do it this way. Maybe this one will work. If it doesn't work, I don't know what's going on with my sound. And we may have to, I may have to get on my phone and let you guys watch it from the phone. We'll figure it out. Let's see if I can get it to work on this one. All right, let me try again. If it doesn't work, we can't. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't know what's. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I think I might know what it is. Can you guys hear that or no? Let me just remove this. Oh. Okay, give me just a second. I think I might know what the problem is. I don't think I set it up on the right. Hold on. Stop screen. Present. Audio on. Let's share. Let's try it. Looks like the audio screen is on. Let me bring it up to the station. Now we're going to see if this works. This might work. I may have to do this every time. I don't know.
And that breaking news this afternoon, the search for a missing 15-year-old boy in Sumner County is now an Amber Alert. Hi, everyone. A lot to get to here at 4 o'clock. I'm Hunter Hoagland. Sebastian Rogers left his house sometime Sunday night or Monday morning and has not been seen or heard from since.
Thanks.
He has autism, which makes finding him even more important. Hannah McDonald has been on the ground covering this story for us today in Hendersonville. Hannah, do we know why this has now been upgraded to an Amber Alert?
I just got clarification on that, Hunter. In this case, the reason it is an Amber Alert now is because so much time has passed. There's bad weather coming in, and this young man has not had his medication in about 36 hours or more, and he needs it. There are more than 200 searchers currently looking for Sebastian Rogers. And I'll be honest, it's a bit tense. It feels like everyone here has their head on a swivel. Behind me, the Shackle Island Fire Hall is the home base for the search crews. There's a lot of unique ground to cover in this area. This neighborhood quickly goes from suburban to rural. So Sumner County Emergency Management Director Ken Widener told me that in order to keep everyone on the same page, they only want professionals searching right now. However, it is so hard to stop people in this community from jumping into action when a child's life is potentially in danger.
Well, you can look right there and see, little kid, he likes to get in buildings, they said. So he could be in that barn somewhere, I've seen people looking through all these here. But if he's scared, he's going to wait and come out when nobody's around, probably. That's the reason I'm trying to ride the road to see if maybe there's a chance he'd come out and I'll see him,
So here's what we know about the missing 15-year-old. At this point, we know he wandered away from Stafford Court. He is 5 foot 5 inches and 120 pounds. He was last seen wearing his glasses, a black sweatshirt, and black sweatpants. He has autism, which could mean he's drawn to water and closed spaces or places of special interest to him. How you can help law enforcement is by looking in any of your garages, sheds, barns, unused buildings, and checking for him. There's a case. There is the possibility that he is hiding in one of those buildings.
So we learned that it is possible that he's hiding and things of that nature. And, we've just realized yesterday through the press conference for Elijah Vu from the Two Rivers Police Department that where Elijah was had been searched multiple times, including dog searches and a ground, above ground, helicopters as well as drones. And he was sitting there all this time under heavy, dense brush. Again, that had been searched by dogs on foot and multiple times before hunters came across him. This is important because we have a missing child. We're told that he just walked out on his own, much like Elijah Vu, but there's much difference in age here. Elijah Vu was 3. Sebastian is 15. Yes, even the dogs missed him. Even the dogs missed him. That was one of the pivotal points on the Two Rivers Police Department, is how they searched the area where he was located multiple times. And so this is important because people are searching. You know, even myself, I'm like, you know, they've searched at least the 5-mile radius around Ground Zero many times, including dogs. Certainly it's cleared. But then we have a case like Elijah Vu that reminds us that that is probably a poor thought process. You can never search an area enough until you find him. So is it possible that the area that law enforcement has searched still holds Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? It's possible. That's all we're talking about here. Is it possible? Yes, it is. We have to remember that. It is important for us to remember that. Let me see what this one. This one was updated on February 26th. We're going to try. I'm going to monitor this because I'm having problems with the audio. We're having problems with lagging this morning. Again, it's one of my first lives in a while. You know, first lives in a while. So let me remove this again. Stop sharing. Make sure I'm sharing it right. So make sure the audio is on. Good gracious. You'd think I got this, but yes, it's saying it's on. So hopefully this will be on. I don't know if there's any video here or not. It looks like there is. So let's go ahead and play the video. Let me get it up on the screen. There we go. And this article reads, and even though we have videos to these articles, you want to read the actual articles because sometimes the articles, the print actually holds more information than the commentary. So this is one from Hendersonville. This is from WKRN. An endangered child alert has been issued for a teen missing from Hendersonville. Authorities said Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, 15, is missing from beach area in Hendersonville. The 15-year-old is described as 5 feet 5 inches tall, 120 pounds with dirty blonde hair. He was last seen February 26 near Stafford Court. Now, I've always been confused about he was last seen because we know he was last seen in the flesh on February 25th. But these were the reports that were coming out. Again, this was done at the time, February 26th. We're going back to the beginning and rereading this. Some of this stuff is regurgitating some information. But again, we really need to go through all of this because we've got to go back to the beginning to see what all we missed. I can't recall off the top of my head when the last search like this was. Chief Deputy Eric Craddock with the Sumner County Sheriff Office said. Obviously, this one is exponentially more important, being a child who does have autism. So this statement right here tells me that Deputy Craddock is a fish out of water when it comes to a search like this, one. And two, I doubt that he's searched for an autistic child before, but that's okay. You know, a lot of people, especially in law enforcement, have to work in areas that they are uncomfortable with and are unfamiliar with. And that's when they reach out to experts and people in the field of autism to help find, which is what he did do. Officials believe he could be in the area of Beach/Shackle Island near Long Hollow Pike. Several agencies, including TBI, Tennessee Highway Patrol, Nashville Fire Department, City of Hendersonville's first responders, Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and Shackle Island Volunteer Fire are all assisting in this search for the teen. They bring people, they bring a lot of equipment. They bring a lot of equipment, bad stuff, but I guess that's the statement from Snuggle Struggle. A lot of equipment that we don't have here, underwater rovers. They have awesome equipment and experience, Craddock said. They deal with search and rescues much more frequently than we do. So he's saying we're not familiar with this. And I just want to show you this. This is the last photo of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. This was taken on February 24th, which was a Saturday. This was when he was at Costco's, and he was very happy. He had a pizza and a soda pop there, that he was enjoying his day. But again, it's hard to distract from the bruise on his neck. You know, I didn't see it at first. Many people sent it to me. I thought it was shadowing. We did a live on it, but you can see the direction of the light and the shadow on his face. And this is clearly a bruise around his neck. So I'm very curious about that. It's very concerning for me about that. And we have learned that at least the stepfather wasn't at the home for the whole month of February. Helicopters, boats, drones, canines, and horses are all being utilized in this search efforts. Authorities are asking nearby residents to check their surveillance videos for any sightings of Sebastian. The TBI also suggested looking in outbuildings, garages, and cars in case Sebastian used any of these as a hiding place. We know that Sebastian likes to fish, so really there's no option that's off the table, Craddock said. Sebastian likes to hide. He likes to get into small spaces and hide under his bed. So we are checking everything from drainage culverts to back seats of cars. Craddock told News 2 Rogers' family is home with detectives waiting for his safe return. Anyone who sees him is asked to call the Sumner County Sheriff or 1-800-TBI. We recommend anybody with any information to reach out to the Memphis FBI office. So I'm going to come back up here and see if we can get the video to play. I don't know if it will play. So you guys are going to have to let me know if there's sound, but I'm going to go ahead and play it. There's no sound on this particular one because I'm not listening to it. But now there's
search is on for a missing and endangered teenager.
Give it just a second. Let it. The buffering is driving me crazy. Sorry, guys. There's nothing I can do about it. Hopefully pick up. Is there something I can do? Maybe pause and then push play?
Continues in Sumner County for now the 11th hour. Let's go to News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry. She's live in Sumner County at the Shackle Island Volunteer Fire Department. And Caitlin, Sumner County Sheriff's Department telling you the sooner they find Sebastian, of course, the better.
Yeah, Mark, of course, everyone is out searching for Sebastian right now. That search has maintained a 2-mile radius, but once that is cleared, officials tell me they do plan to expand that. And as the day progresses, more and more crews have come out to help with the search for Sebastian.
I want to let you know, 2 miles in an area like this, again, is entirely too small. That should have been moved out immediately. We know areas like this, if you have 2.5 miles, 3 miles, if you have a very densely populated area, when you start getting out to where you have a dense populated area and then you have a bunch of, like farmland type of area, that should be 20 miles, at least 5 to 10 miles. It should be. Okay. I'm just telling you, this is recommendations. When you have, when houses are further apart, obviously your area is going to be much larger. They kept it at a 2-mile radius before they expanded it to 5. They should have automatically, because of the terrain in the area, should have automatically, in my opinion, been at least a 5-mile radius out the gate, especially with the timing, because the parents didn't know, according to their statements, the parents didn't know when he left the home. They just alleged that he walked out the front door between midnight and 6 a.m. A normal person strolling would be outside of a 2-mile radius in a matter of an hour. So that radius should have been, at least in my opinion, by 6 a.m., 7 a.m., a 20-mile radius. because he could have, in all practicality, could have been 10 miles out by the time they found him. Could have, just by walking. Just by walking, because it takes about 20 minutes per mile on a casual walk. So you've got 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 3 miles an hour. 3 miles an hour. And you've got 6 hours. That's 18 miles this child could have walked. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know about that. I don't want to, criticize too much, but just by mathematics, simple mathematics, it would have told us out the beginning that this should have been a much wider search perimeter than was initially established. Our courts now for using silence their crimes. Ted Bundy could have used that tactic, I know. Yet there is no evidence that he walked out of that front door. There's none. There is no evidence that he walked out the front door. You're exactly right. That's what we've learned, hindsight. But these were when things were going on as they were going on. This is being recorded right at February 26th, or February 27th, possibly, when all of this happened, because they've got a few updates. You can see on the article that it was updated. It was originally started on February 26th, but updated. The last update was on February 28th. So this could have been, I don't know what date this specific was, but I believe that this was the 27th. It might have been the 26th. She might have been at the command center at the 26th. I'm uncertain, but I wanted to give you full disclosure because we don't know.
So far, I've just seen a couple of agencies, just to mention a few of them: Metro Fire, State Troopers, TBI, City of Hendersonville, First Responders, Sumner County Sheriff's Office, Metro Urban Search and Rescue are all assisting. At this time, we know 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers was last seen around midnight in his home wearing a black sweatshirt and sweatpants with a white stripe, possibly barefoot right now. He does not have a history of running away, but is known to wander and is autistic. Officials with the Sumner County Sheriff's Office tell me if you want to help the search efforts, check your home surveillance video for any sighting of Sebastian.
The way the search is being conducted. Now, a search party may come at a later time. What they can do right now is search their Ring doorbell cameras or their Blink cameras or whatever surveillance video they've got, especially if they're in this area. If they see Sebastian, call the Sumner County Emergency Communications Center at 615-451-3838 and let us know.
Now, in all fairness, you saw Chief Deputy Craddock. Okay, he's now the interim chief of the Sumner County. He was, he's on the premise that parents don't harm their kids or wasn't looking at the custody. He was simply going by what was being said. These are people from their community. They live in a nice house. There's a lot of things. Let's be honest. We judge people every single day, whether you mean to or you don't mean to. We judge people every single day. And when you go into a community like where Sebastian was living, your judgment is lowered. I mean, it really is. You don't feel that they look like they're well-to-do parents. It looks like they've been taking care of their child. They've got a good, clean home for the child. You don't anticipate parents of this caliber doing things like child custody interference or, the worst case scenario, right? Your judgment would be when you walk into there, it doesn't appear that to be true. Your skepticism is lowered when you deal with this. So in all fairness, Eric Craddock had no reason to believe these parents weren't being forthcoming. That happened within 72 hours. Things weren't adding up and they needed to take a different approach. So let's just keep going.
As stated, you are asked to call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office if you see any or know anything about Sebastian's whereabouts. Again, that number is 615-451-3838. And as always, you can visit our website, WKRN.com, for updates on this story. Live in Sumner County, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
And I got to say, Caitlin is a very sweet girl. She really is a sweet girl. So let's see what Tennessean has to say. There's no video on this one, so I'm just going to read it. Sumner County, this was updated on February 27th, released on February 27th and updated on February 29th. This is important because I think people forget how much time and energy was put into this case. Let me just stop before we get into this and see if there's any questions in here. Chris said that his neighbor gave him her camera to check it. And knowing how CP is, he's the type to delete the footage and act like nothing was there. He could be, but there's got to be some records, you know. Think about it like a cell phone. You know, how did Stefan get caught? He deleted a whole bunch of stuff. He even factory reset his phone by accident. Remember that? And they were still able to uncover it. So I feel like video footage and the stuff online has the same ability. Now, I could be completely wrong, VA. I could be completely wrong about that. Kate hates Seth. Isn't that a motive? Yes, it is a motive. Because all she's ever wanted to do is hurt that man. Even in the court proceedings, she didn't want her son. She wanted to keep, even though she didn't raise her son, she was always off at the Navy and stuff like that. And he was the primary caregiver for his son when his son was growing up. She wanted to fight him for custody, even though she didn't want the child support. She just wanted the child. It's kind of like, yes, I have to think that is a motive. I have to think that the custody between the stepfather and Nina, that was a motive. I think all of these things played into this particular situation. If I had to, guess about it, I kind of think all of this plays into that. I think it's all part of the motive. If they did harm him, they need the most strict sentencing. Yes, and most parents do, you know. I agree. No parent leaves a house when a child is missing. They had him in the RV. Don't know if alive or not. I don't know about that because, you know, before they left their house during the middle of a massive search effort, Chris had disappeared for 17 to 24 hours. And that disappearance has many people questioning what truly happened. You know, was the stepfather really going and getting the camper? I've been in campers. I've had to clean campers. I've had campers. My audience, there's several of my audience members that have almost the same make and model of fifth wheel camper that was observed on the back of the stepfather's pickup truck. And they state to literally clean the entire thing out would take less than about an hour to an hour and a half, less than 2 hours. So if we were to add and calculate that, and that's a full clean out, that's, you know, cleaning out the cupboards, cleaning out the thing, cleaning it. So 2 hours tops to clean out the RV, pack it up, and literally not just pack it up to move, pack it up, like put the stuff away at their home. 2 hours tops to clean the whole darn thing out is what I'm saying. So this person just needed to go there, pick up stuff, secure stuff to make sure it wasn't falling or moving in the back of the camper, and then get back home. Now, it's 3.5 hours there, and I digress on that a little bit because I believe it's 3 hours and 15 minutes if I had to guess, doorstep to doorstep. But either way, we're just rounding it to 3 hours and 30 minutes. It would have taken 3 hours and 30 minutes to get there, 2 hours at max time to get that camper prepared for leaving, and then another 3.5 hours back. So you're looking at a time of a total of 9 hours. Remember, a child is missing. This is a major situation for this family. And I can't imagine that somebody would be lollygagging or pussyfooting around when their wife is sitting home dealing with a missing child. You would think that whether or not the step parent really cares for the child or not, they're there for their spouse. They're there to hold their spouse. They're there to walk through this difficult time with their spouse. And we've got a man that went MIA for almost 24 hours. Do I believe that Sebastian came home in that RV? No, I don't. That's just my personal opinion. Is it possible that he had been in that RV prior to that? Yeah, it's possible in my opinion. Let's read what the Tennessean has to say. It says Sumner County has asked the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation to issue an Amber Alert Tuesday for a missing teenager they say has autism. They are also asking people to keep an eye out for the boy. Carefully check your property and any other location where the child who enjoys hiding might be. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office said, in Tuesday's briefing shortly before the alert went out, Sumner County Sheriff Office Deputy Eric Craddock said the best thing the public can do is to keep sharing things on social media. Unless you're Bullhorn Betty, then his office wants to throw you in jail. If you see something, say something. And check your home surveillance videos. Just check. If you see something, call us. We'll come out and look, he said. I think that's going to be what breaks the case, is somebody's home surveillance video seeing something. Well, we do have a home surveillance video seeing something. We have Nick Barris. See if we can find it. Nick Barris flashlight video. Let's look at that real quick. Hopefully this shares the audio. Let me know if it doesn't. There we go.
February 26th, around
Can you guys hear that?
10 a.m. Now, there are no street lights in the Stafford Court neighborhood, so it is at night pitch black. What you will see here are these 2 points of light believed to be people with...
I'm going to tell you guys this. That is not pitch black in that community at night. We had an opportunity. Is it dark? Yes, it's dark, but far from pitch black. Far from pitch black. You can see two centimeters in front of your nose. So if I can see 2 centimeters in front of my nose, it's not pitch black. Just FYI. Yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'll keep playing it and we'll get it up on the big screen. There we go. It's a little blurry. I'm not sure why.
Flashlights in the area around Sebastian Rogers' Hendersonville home. It is believed Sebastian left his home barefoot and with a flashlight sometime overnight.
Video.
Since his disappearance, authorities have reviewed security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues.
Let me refresh that and see if I can get it to come in better. That's awful. It's just bad. I don't know. It's blurry on his video. It must just be his video because the other one it looks just fine.
It's around 3:10 a.m. Now, there are no street lights in the Stafford Court neighborhood, so it is at night pitch black. What you will see here are these 2 points of light believed to be people with flashlights in the area around Sebastian Rogers' Hendersonville home. It is believed Sebastian left his home barefoot and with a flashlight sometime overnight. Since his disappearance, authorities have reviewed security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues.
We have had several clips that have come in.
And this one is getting the most attention, showing signs of activity around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. You see 2 light sources, which we've circled to help you follow. For point of reference, the security camera was pointed toward the back of Sebastian's home in a common area. In the video, you see subject 1 with a light source in the lower right-hand corner. Then you see subject 2 briefly appear and move toward the first before that light source is covered or obscured by bushes. Subject 1, a few seconds later, then moves out of frame. Then subject 2 reappears and follows subject 1 off screen. It's a short time later and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it. I know there's not much to see here. You certainly cannot identify anyone, But those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact that there is now evidence that someone is in the area around Sebastian's home is significant. This video shows suspicious activity in the immediate area the night Sebastian disappeared. Could one of these subjects have been Sebastian? Did he meet and leave with someone? Sebastian's father says his son would not go with a stranger.
It's up in the air for me because I don't think he would get into a vehicle with somebody unless he knew them.
So what exactly are we seeing here? I know investigators are doing what they can to try enhancing the video for any more clues. For now, this video is now part of the Sebastian Rogers missing person file.
So we do have a clearer copy of that, guys, just FYI. It's just, that is pretty interesting. That was pretty much the breaking. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Thank you, Billy B. God bless you. But we do know that there were some other situations going on at the time related to this. So let's get back to the article at hand. 15-year-old boy, the surveillance video is seeing something. There may come a time when we call on the public to come out and help search. That time never came. And we're 7 months in. Actually, as a matter of fact, they want everybody out, and they don't want to. They've got it down to one investigator. So I don't know what to really say about this whole thing. But right now we have plenty of first responders on the scene. I'm not going to say he's barefoot. 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers was last seen Monday near Stafford Court in Hendersonville. Now, I don't know who saw him on Monday near Stafford Court in Hendersonville wearing a black sweatshirt and sweatpants, because we learned it's not sweatshirts or sweatpants. It's a long sleeve shirt and Adidas style pants. And his glasses. Those are the only things no shoes. And according to, I think it was on Smiley's World, when it was talked about, could he have gone out the window? And the stepfather stated that he would have been screaming when he stepped out barefoot. So it almost implies he knew Sebastian was barefoot. So I don't know how to take all this. Officials are hesitant to talk about his shoes. What I can say is his mom says all his shoes are accounted for at the house. I'm not going to say that he was barefoot, Braddock said. The boy is 5'5", 120 pounds with dirty blonde hair. Officials confirmed Sebastian's autism diagnosis in a Tuesday briefing, adding that it may impact how the search is conducted. It's definitely different looking for a child with autism, Craddock said, noting officials are open to suggestions. Nothing's off the table. I don't care how crazy it sounds. It's going to help me find Sebastian and help me get him home safely to his family. I'm going to do it, Craddock says. He plans to use some of the things that he likes, some of the things that he's familiar with. The teen likes cats, officials have said. We were told his favorite song is Eye of the Tiger. We've tried playing that to calm him and let him know we're here to help, Craddock said. The teen is also taking an undisclosed medication for his autism, officials said, and that may alter how he manages his autism symptoms once it leaves his system. It's definitely increasing the volatility of the situation. The medication was there, obviously, to treat his autism. So how he responds to that once the medication is out of his system is really not my expertise. But I don't know that it's going to have but I do know it's going to have a negative effect on him. So we have confirmed, a lot of people said, are we sure that his medication's there and nothing's missing? It sounds like they've confirmed that in this article, and this was early on. Again, this article was written on February 27th and updated on February 29th. More than 150 people have conducted search so far on Tuesday, he said. Technical support, equipment involved in search include helicopters from THP, Metro Nashville Police, a TBI fixed-wing aircraft, 12 K-9 teams, and more than 10 drones, Widener said. There were 8 mounted horse units searching Monday, and Tenn out on Tuesday, he said. We've actually utilized tactical teams, SWAT teams, and night vision that our operators have, and they have been in the field for many hours at nighttime, Widener says. If there's a resource out there that can help us, we've called. We've asked for it, Craddock added. So now we know that they did searches at night to find Sebastian Rogers, not just during the day. They used night vision, and they still could not find him. They are really, really asking people to check their home videos at this point. And we all know how that has kind of happened. Let's go to another article on February 27th. Hendersonville search and rescues have been playing music to help soothe and find the endangered boy with autism who's been missing since Sunday in Sumner County. So now they're saying missing since Sunday, not Monday. So you see how all these reports are a little confusing at the beginning. A lot of people were concerned about this early on, but at the end of the day, let's see if I can put this up just a little bit. These reports have been very confusing when we first started this case, because again, here they are saying that this child had been last seen on February 25th. So search and rescues have been playing music to soothe. Beach was last seen on February 25th, which is the Sunday, in the area of Beach and Shackle Island near Long Hollow Pike. We know Sebastian likes cats, said Eric Craddock, chief deputy with Sumner County Sheriff's Office. We were told that his favorite song is Eye of the Tiger. We tried playing that to just kind of calm him and let him know we're here to help. The search for the missing teen has been vast, with law enforcement agencies across Tennessee and Sumner County working day and night to bring him home. The Tennessee Highway Patrol, Sumner County Sheriff's Office, Gallatin Police Department, and Hendersonville Police Department, and more have crews on the scene. Authorities have searched by air, horse, and by foot, with more than 150 searchers on the ground on Tuesday. Crews are tracked by cell phone towers. Their paths are marked, and once they're finished searching, they're assigned new areas to search, said Ken Widener, director of Sumner County Emergency Management Agency. I'm sure he could see what's going on here and be intimidated, but if he sees this, I want him to know, Sebastian, come out. We're here to help. Craddock told reporters during Tuesday afternoon's press conference, we just want to get you home safely. This looks like a video. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear the volume.
So right now we have
Can you hear that?
responders on the ground here that we can communicate with, that have the same training. They have the apps that we use to track, and there's a litany of reasons that it's important right now. There may come a time when we call on the public to come out and help us search, but right now we have plenty of first responders on scene. The best thing the public can do to help us is keep sharing it on social media. If you see something, say something, call the Sumner County Emergency Communication Center at 615-451-3838 and check your home surveillance video. Just check. If you see something, call us. We'll come out and look. I think that's going to be what breaks the case, is somebody's home surveillance video seeing something.
At what point are people going to
They absolutely are. Sumner County is the greatest place on earth. I truly believe that. We have the absolute greatest citizens here, but we also have the best law enforcement relationships in the county. We've got people from across the state here, the TBI, Tennessee Highway Patrol, Hendersonville, Gallatin sent people. We have plenty of first responders. So my urge to the public right now would be to check your home videos and stay rested, because when the call comes, we'll put it out on social media, and that's when we'll need you to come.
and then in the meantime, is when you approach this search, is it different looking for a child than an adult?
It's definitely different looking for a child with autism. Yesterday, we consulted with someone in the first responder world who does emergency management, who also has children who are autistic, and she kind of laid it out for us, some things that I didn't understand or comprehend at first. She gave us a lot of tips and tricks, so We've had several calls from people with autistic relatives that have told us, hey, we thought about this, and listen, there's nothing off the table. I don't care how crazy it sounds. If it's going to help me find Sebastian, get him home safe to his family, I'm going to do it.
And what are some of those considerations that go into looking for a child with autism?
Some of the things that he likes, what he's familiar with. We know that Sebastian likes cats. We were told that his favorite song was Eye of the Tiger. We tried playing that to just kind of calm him and let him know we're here to help him. I'm sure that he could see what's going on here and be intimidated, but if he sees this newscast, I want him to know, Sebastian, come out. We're here to help you. We just want to get you home safe.
And at this point, have you guys ruled out any indication of foul play?
I won't say that we've ruled out any indication of foul play, but I will say that the family has been nothing but cooperative with us. Nothing but cooperative. There's no indication of foul play.
That has obviously changed because this was boots on the ground on February 27th.
How have those tips been and people coming in and how far that you guys have had any leads or any information you can touch?
We've had several tips. One of the tips was that he was sighted off of Newman's Trail off Long Hollow Pike. We actually, when we got that tip, we sent a team out. We made contact with who they thought was Sebastian, and it was not. Again, that's a great tip. It could have been. So if somebody sees something, call us. Let us know.
And do you guys know, I know you guys were checking shoes from last night to see if he was barefoot. Is that still the case? Is he barefoot? Because I know on Facebook somebody posted a picture of these could be his shoes, or is that something he is for something?
What I can say is that his mom says all of his shoes are accounted for at the house. I'm not going to say that he's barefoot.
So I don't know what he's implying. Maybe he has socks on, but I wish he would have been a little clearer, but odd.
And how's the family doing? Just
Oh, I cannot imagine the struggle that the family is going through right now. I'm a dad, Director Widener's dad. I don't know how they're handling it.
Well, they're eating out and going and looking for motorcycles. So if that helps you, Mr. Craddock, maybe it might. I don't know.
I couldn't survive for something like my kids.
Managing all of this, what's been going through your guys' minds? Just kind of juggling all of these people and having people come in from outside agencies as well. And those people
Well, I think Director Widener said it best. Every time we debrief and talk about what we've done, we're asking, what ideas do you guys have? I think I'm a pretty good law enforcement officer, but I'm not the smartest guy in the room, and I know that. So if someone's got an idea, and we've had some pretty good ideas come up, and we're gonna try everything we can. So keeping an open mind and doing anything we can to find Sebastian.
And then I also am told that he might be on medications as well, which is autistic, on the autistic spectrum. What is that kind of looking like? Is that kind of upping the danger in the situation as well?
It definitely increases the volatility of the situation. The medicine was there, obviously, to treat his autism. So how he responds to that once the medicine is out of his system is really not my expertise, but I do know that it's going to have a negative effect. So it definitely is increasing.
And as people approach him and you see him, are they advised to move slowly or call you guys first, or I guess what's the recommendation?
I would definitely say call us first. If you're close enough to talk to Sebastian, talk in a calm, slow voice, let him know that you're not there to hurt him, you're there to help him, and hopefully you can build a rapport with him until we can get there and bring him back to his family.
About how many agencies are helping with this series?
Oh, we've got at least 10 agencies here. Yesterday, and Director Widener.
I'm Ken Widener, KEMWEID, NER, Director, Sumner County Emergency Management Agency. So yesterday we had multiple agencies. We had 220 searchers on the ground, and we bring them in and they go through operations and they get assigned a search area. So we're using a search program to track them, and they lay tracks from their cell devices, and we know where they're at, and they complete those search areas. They come back and they get reassigned, or we reassign them when they're in the field. So today we'll get a count on that, but I say we're over 150 searchers on the ground today, and multiple agencies, and THP helicopter, and I'm not sure what the chief went over, Metro's helicopter, TBI fixed wing, over 10 drones. We've got 12 canine teams here, 8 mounted units yesterday, horses yesterday, and 10 here today. So we're covering as much ground as we can, and we keep expanding that search area. And we have literally we have pounded the area, the neighborhood that he went missing from, and the neighborhood adjacent, and we keep expanding that out.
And with the anticipation of the temperature dropping tomorrow and a chance for storms, is that going to change the search, or is it going to have any impact on his ability to survive?
We're concerned about the weather because we don't know exactly what he's dressed in, and we could have some flurries tomorrow. And the storms, so the wet, and you lose body temperature 30 times faster when you're wet than when you're dry in the air or in water. And so we're concerned about that, and the chance that we could have flurries tomorrow and those dropping temperatures. So we're continuing to work with drones and FLIR, and we've actually utilized tactical teams, SWAT teams, the county ERT, and night vision that our operators have, and they've been in the field for many hours at nighttime.
Yeah, that was my next question. How do you guys operate the searches at night? I know last night it got darker soon, and it's going to get darker soon today again. How does those searches go, and how do you keep these effective?
Yeah, flashlights, FLIR, and night vision. Yeah.
I'll say we do change our tactics based on the weather. So last night we did that. Not ready yet to describe exactly how we did that, because we may have to apply that again tonight or tomorrow.
And then at this point, what kind of...
It's kind of odd that he says we don't want to tell you. This is a missing person. It seems like at this point they feel like there might be foul play or somebody watching the news for him to say we're not ready to tell you that. We may have to deploy the same thing again tonight. I just thought that statement was odd.
Teenagers are resilient. We're really hoping he has enough clothes on to stay warm, and we think that when he gets fatigued, he should rest. And he doesn't apparently doesn't sleep a lot at night, and he's more active at night, and is, probably sleeps a little more in the day. So we hope he's laying down and resting, and we just want to we don't want him to outwalk the search, and the ground that he can cover on foot. We're working with that, and we're putting that into consideration when we create the areas that we search.
There's multiple agencies. TBI's helped, Metro Nashville's helped, Tennessee Highway Patrol's helped, our drone team, North Star's helped. Wilson County is going to come help with some aerial coverage. The Sumner County Emergency Management drone team has been phenomenal. There's really no limit. If there's a resource out there that can help us, we've called and we've asked for it.
Pretty much every county every agency in the county, and then counties from across the state, quite honestly. And with the plea, and I think I heard Chief talking about that earlier, we have a lot of people wanting to volunteer, and we are really looking to put trained personnel on the ground that are familiar with search and operations and have the ability to perform limited rescue operations. And we've got teams on standby if we have a rescue situation. And so there's a lot that goes into that, and we can track these personnel a lot easier. So
are divers still on scene as well?
They're on scene.
Is there anything else that you guys want to add?
Continue to share the social media page. If you see something, say something. Check your home surveillance video. Those are really the huge things that the public can do to help us right now find Sebastian.
So we had a child walk up, a lady walk up today with a child who is autistic. They're from Watertown, and the little boy wanted to tell us where he thought Sebastian could be, and he told me very forthright where he thought he would go if he were lost. That he would go towards creeks, and he would go behind buildings, and the different things that he would do. And he told his mom this morning that he wanted to come up here and tell us where he thought Sebastian might be.
Unfortunately, what we find is behaviors from autistic children to autistic children range wildly. Certain things that bother one autistic child doesn't bother another autistic child. A lot of autistic children are gravitate toward water, But Sebastian knew how to swim and loved swimming in pools, just not ponds, lakes, or anything dirty.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so that's that. I don't want this. Let's see. Well, so I've got a lot more stuff that we're going to be covering in the case of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And right now it is just going to be, let me get all this cleared off so it stops there's a lot of stuff that just pulling my memory because it just keeps playing advertisements behind the scenes, which makes it very difficult to present. Either way, we've got the majority of the stuff that we wanted to go over today. We're going to continue going over this case. We're going to continue to go back to the beginning and look at what happened on the ground the days leading up to before the case moved into an investigation. I think that these are important things that happen. Listening to law enforcement and what details they're providing us that were provided by the parents. We need to be keen on that. We're learning that all the shoes are accounted for. What does that mean? Does that mean he left in socks? Does that mean he left in other things? I mean, what does that truly mean? We don't know. We have no clue. From what we understand is this photo right here. He's wearing a black long sleeve shirt. He's wearing his glasses. I don't know what pants he's wearing, but this will be similar to what he would have looked like when he left home. I think from the very beginning, it seemed to me that Seth, and I'm not speaking on behalf of him. This is just my understanding. If Seth's still here, he can clarify in chat. But it is my understanding that the whole situation about Sebastian leaving without shoes really got under his skin because he knows how adamant his son is about putting on shoes and socks before he leaves the house. So if he left the house on his own and he made this decision, it seems to me that he would have taken the time to put on his shoes. If he'd taken the time to get up out of bed, walk to the front door, unlock the front door, and walk out, it seems to me that he would do his normal routine before leaving the home. Just genuinely, you know, if he was made his decision to leave the home. I mean, even me, when I take Delilah out for the bathroom, what do? I put my flip-flops on. I never go out the front door without putting flip-flops on. Even if somebody came to my door and knocked on my door and said, hey, you know, you got something here in your front yard, you need to come out and look at it. What would I do? What would be the first thing I do? I would put my flip-flops on. I would never walk out the house. I'm not autistic, but I have the habit and the behavior of putting my flip-flops on before I step out of this house. When I'm in this house, I have house slippers. When I go out of this house, I have flip-flops. So it makes it difficult that exactly he'd just walk right past his shoes. But I think that that's when Seth was the first one that told us about the ants and the shoes. That implied to me that he didn't think his son walked out without putting shoes on. That was some type of flag for him early on. And I'm sure he was probably, you know, just stating it to be factual, but didn't think it meant a whole lot at the time. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't know what was going on. I don't know. In February, who would walk outside barefoot? It was too cold. You're talking about an autistic child that has sensory issues to hot and cold, that doesn't like weird sounds, that doesn't like bugs, that doesn't like dirt, and is walking through grass that he's allergic to without shoes in the backside of the house, because that's the only activity we have is those lights going to an unknown vehicle. So again, we're going back to the beginning. We need to see how this progressed. We need to pick up on any little details, fine details that we missed early on, because this was a very fluid situation out the gate with this search. I truly believe that Craddock was not knowledgeable about a search like this. He acknowledged he was not knowledgeable about a search like this, but they were going to take their experiences and deploy them strategically to bring this child home. The problem is the one mistake law enforcement made was taking the parents' word for fact. It cost them a lot of time. It cost them a lot of energy. And we still are no closer to finding where Sebastian's location is. And then they failed to follow the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's directive, turning that house and this child's bedroom into a crime scene. They didn't do it at Seth's house. They didn't do it where he was living. Those are huge problems for me, especially in light that we're this many months in and we're no further along in this case than we are on the day that he went missing. Do we have some videos? Yeah, we have some videos. Those videos don't say a whole lot. What those videos imply is that there was some activity, some strange activity on the outside of this boy's home when he disappeared. Who were they? The only thing I can honestly say is there was one flashlight that went back to that home and only one person woke up inside that home. What does that mean? I don't know. It means something to me, but it might mean something different to you. They didn't even do fingerprints, Brienne. They're saying this boy walked out the front door. We watched the mom go in and out through the garage door. That front door should have been dusted for prints. As immaculate as that house is, I bet what you would have found is that doorknob had been wiped clean. And that's what they needed to find. That's what they needed to find, and they failed to look for it. Critical piece of evidence. Critical piece of evidence. And they didn't think it was worth their time. So now we have Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers off all medication. This boy, in my opinion, should be freaking out wherever he's at. He shouldn't be acting normal at all. He should be very visible to the naked eye because of his meltdown, of not having his autism medicine, not having sleep medicine, and being up for 7 months. Nobody has seen this child on camera or on foot. He's out there somewhere. There's $100,000 reward leading to his safe return home or the capture of those responsible for his disappearance. If you have any information, you have any opinions, speculation, ideas of where to search, please send those over to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. If you have direct information related to this case, you are asked to call Memphis FBI, the Memphis FBI or DOGS team. And I think, give me just a second. DOGS team. Did I have those? I do not have it. Chad Burnett. Let me see if it's in here. I was going to read to you guys. It's not in here either. Okay, and then there's just a couple of things that I would like to share with you before we close out. Give me just a second. There we go. It's on this one. All right. Give me just a second. Let me bring this up. There it is. There it is. Right there. So if you have any information, you can reach out to 833-TELL-DOG. That's 833-835-5364 or Nick the Hat directly by texting 332-252-36 36. We know for a fact there's been an unnatural amount of distractions being created in this particular matter. I also want to show you guys something, and this I told you I was going to do. People say that this man here is not manufacturing information. So this is what was created in a post that JLR had put out. And I want to show you what the original post looked like. If you notice here, there's no timing here, like 4 hours that's up here. But this is what a post looks like whenever it's reused. 11 days. There's only one post, and this was Seth's actual post right here. This was it. You see how different it is? You can see it's his post. It's shareable. It shows 11 days. It has all this. And then you come to this post where they cut all of the, even the dash. They cut everything out and type in their own information in the same font as before. But you can tell this was manufactured. This was a manufactured screenshot. This is the original screenshot. This is the manufactured screenshot. This is done, as I stated before, by a man that is known, and I mean known, for manufacturing information for talking points on their channel. People don't believe it until they see it with their own eyes. So there you have it. Where's Sebastian? Thank you, dog. Thank you, Nick the Hat, for ponying up the additional $50,000. And we're going to continue to cover this case. But please start being very skeptical of posts, right? They're very easily manipulated. They can be cut and cropped, and new print can be added to it, just like what you just saw. But they'll never do it perfectly, okay? There's always something wrong with it. This one was blatantly obvious, which was, maybe that was the point. But definitely a problem when a father's trying to find his son and talking about the evil versus good, and we have somebody taking that post and turning it into something sick and evil. So if you guys don't believe it, the proof is in the pudding. And I am looking and searching for all the misinformation out there, because these creators are doing damage. They're doing damage in this case. They're doing damage to a father that's missing his autistic son and doing everything he can to try to find answers to his son. They're purposefully, intentionally, and willfully injecting misinformation in because they're too stupid to follow the leads and be fair in their findings. We put boots on the ground, real resources into finding out information about this case, and we uncovered quite a bit. Down to, the misinformation about when the stepfather got to work. We got that cleared up. That had gone on for months. I get so sick of having to guess. Is it true? Is it not true? Let's find out the truth, right? Let's not speculate. If we have the ability to find out the truth, let's find out the truth. We're going to continue to fight for this boy. We're going to continue to fight with his father to find the answers that his father needs to find out what happened to his son. And I welcome any and all creators that want to make this about Sebastian and want to make it about finding Sebastian. At the end of the day, there are people that have information that have been lying. Period. We know they lie. We know that they intentionally, willfully lie and have no problem doing it. We need them to come forward and tell the police what they know. Because this silence campaign is only going to last for so long. Period. Mine's going to be up October 10th. And once mine's up October 10th, we're getting back to business. We're getting back to searching for Sebastian Rogers, whether Sumner County likes it or not. So we're in it to find this boy. Hopefully, TBI gets a new detective helping in this case, a new special agent assigned to this case, one that's not so buddy-buddy with a person that disappeared for 24 hours. Hopefully we get new eyes in Sumner County by people that aren't so buddy-buddy with a person that disappeared for 24 hours. We have proof that these people have lied. I am the proof. We will be releasing all of the proof after October 10th, when I can actually talk about the court hearing in the court case. So just a little bit longer, guys. Rock it out with your coffee beans out. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe. But more importantly, let's not be the trash here on these social media platforms, and let's be kind to one another. If you do not like somebody's commentary, it is your responsibility to move on. Remember, we have to take personal responsibility. If I don't like something, it's my problem. I am required, if I so choose, to remove myself from the situation. If I choose not to remove myself from the situation, I can't complain about what's being said. That's how we work. That's how the world turns, okay? If you don't like something, it's your problem, not everybody else's. God bless. Oh, before I leave, again, Allie, thank you so much. And Libby, thank you for being the newest member of this crazy crew we call the Coffee Club. Now, I will see you guys later. God bless.